live and show you how I take product photos without big studio lights. You can use studio lights, but you don't need to. And I'm just going to show you with a $1 poster board that you can get at the Dollar Tree. They have them at the dollar store, Target, wherever you want. But what you want is a flimsy board, because the bend in the back, come around, I'll show you. The bend in the back is kind of what you want. So instead of using something with a 90-degree angle, you're using this bend, and that gives the illusion of, no backdrop. So what I'm taking a picture of is wooden fruit for my Etsy shop, and let me show you how what you want to do. So if you could pull in. So what you want to do is fill the entire screen with your image, okay? So this is not so great. Just move your hands in to fill the image with your product. What you want to do is tap and hold on your screen, and you can see that really lit it up already. So if you want to light it more, you tap and hold, and then you swipe up or down to see the brightness that you want. I think photos look better with more brightness as opposed to less, but you can see if you tilt down, you'll get a different perspective. So I'm gonna just hold my finger down, and that's going to keep the focus in the center. And I just take a picture. So the reason why I'm not using in Etsy and in eBay, you can use, there's a little photo icon and it says take a picture. I don't think you should use that little photo icon. You should put the pictures in your photo folder and then move them over, because you have less options with that little camera. It's not going to give you lighting options. It's not going to give you anything else. So when you're taking product photos, if you can see the image here, if you move it all around like this, you can see you're not getting a line in the back. If you had a box or if you had something with a 90-degree angle, you're going to show a shadow here in the back. And by using a one piece of board that's bent, you're losing that entire bend, and it just looks like any other product. So you can see here, I've just gone tight in, and I'm taking a picture, and you don't have anything in the background. So another thing you can do is to look at product photos, just take more visual cues, or just look at different products, go on to Amazon or even Anthropologie, Target, wherever, and you can see the way their pictures look, and that's kind of what you want it to look like. Now, I'm taking this at my kitchen table. Behind me is light, and here are my assistants. They're no help at all. Okay, so this is wooden fruit. Like I said, you can then go in and take pictures individually, or different perspectives and things like that to add to your listing. And if you have any flaws, you're gonna want to take pictures of those flaws, just so later, like for example, there's no, there must be a stem that goes on that one. And I think this is pretty good, but you're gonna wanna take a picture of any flaws. So that is an Etsy shot. Now, another thing about Etsy is that go onto Etsy, look at the photography, and you'll see that people are really creative and they're styling their photos, whereas on eBay, eBay wants a clear white background. So I'm going to show you another product. These are just Wizard of Oz little dolls. So let me just put the product here. So now this guy is getting a little blown out, this silver guy. So you can see that's a little bit better, but still not great. So let's click on the silver and maybe boost that brightness up a little bit. You're gonna lift and you can lean your phone back, and that's gonna give you a top perspective. Then if you pull it down, you can take individual ones, things like that. Line them up, however. But so let's say if you've been on eBay, you've probably seen this picture. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, so you've probably seen this photograph as the actual photograph. Someone just took that picture, they're using that one. Now, it's so simple to just, if you want to pull out that image, if you need a lot more space, like let's say you want to give some white space around it. You can take this image, take a photograph, but don't post this photograph on eBay. What you want to do is go into your photos, do a simple crop, because what you want is you want the box, which eBay likes square. You want a square photo that is filled with the image, just like that. So you can do that one of two ways. And then you can go in and you can press edit. And instead of using this sliding bar, you're going to want to click on this guy right here. And let's say you want to change the light or the color. You can saturate that color and use all these presets. If you look here, let's go back to edit. Click here. And so instead of using this guy, because that's just going to give you a few little options, what you want to do is use the pull down menu and use these. And you can just play around with it. But a white background is better. You can use a black background, and some people want to get creative. I don't know. But really white, just a plain white background is best. Okay, so if you're on Poshmark, yes, those pictures are a little bit more stylized. You could put a shirt, let me just scroll down here, onto a carpet like this. A pattern carpet. Oh, let's take a picture of my puppy on the pattern carpet. Oh, look, you want to sell you on Poshmark? No? Okay. A lot of people on Poshmark use a wool, or what's it called? Like a fur rug. You can buy them at IKEA. The problem with that is that it gets fur on everything and then you have to lint roll it, which I don't want to do. Okay, so next thing I'm going to show you, and I showed a picture earlier today of these mid-century pineapple finials. So what I wanted to do is come on the top, and sometimes you're just going to have to move your body. And by moving the phone, you're able to just really fill that space. So that photo there, and then you can edit that. So what we want to do is double click on that, and it's going to give you your light options. We're going to click on one of two things. I'm just going to use brightness right now, and I'm going to kick that brightness up. And then if you want to, you can add a little bit more shadows. I don't want to use this bar. Once again, I'm going to click on that again. Go light, shadows, and increase those shadows, because that almost makes it look like it's floating. And what you want is the image to jump out at you to have a very clear image. Now you can see on this guy, whoopsie daisy, I just want to get back to the photos. Here we go. So on this pineapple, I want to show it facing up, but because it has this little finial, I'm just going to use a simple prop, which is just a bowl, and lean it in. So that way my perspective's going to be different. And in order to get stable, I'm just going to put it onto the table. I'm going to click on this guy because that's where I want the focus to be. And I also want to change the lighting. So I want bright white light, and you can see that little bowl almost disappears. And that's your photo. So I'll show you, this is for products. A lot of people, all that I can show you is, or tell you, is that there is a window behind me, actually a very big window behind me, and there's windows on this other side. But if you have a window in a bedroom or a bathroom, even anywhere, you take your piece of paper. I'm just using a cake plate behind it, just use something tall behind it. You can be anywhere. You could put this on the ground, you could put it up, anywhere. And as you can see, this whole chaos behind you is not going to be in your picture because you can crop it out. It takes 2 seconds. The better your photographs, the quicker things will sell. And I know this because I try to price my things a little bit higher. And if you look at the pictures and someone just threw, you know, a Starbucks mug on their filthy floor or put it on the kitchen counter or whatever and took a quick picture, it's just as easy to take a piece of white paper board you get at the dollar store and just throw it on there and use a little bit of light. And if you need to, you could take it outside also, and that'll give you a really good bright white light. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you just put them down in the comments below and I will answer your iPhone photography questions. Thanks.